You look good.
I guess. Welcome to Memorial Field for the State College High School homecoming game. I'm Brian McLaughlin with Cooper Deck for the State College Little Lions game tonight against the Central Dauphin East Panthers. Both teams are coming in today at 1-1 in the conference, 5-1 overall. State College, a very talented team this year. Central Dauphin East, however, a very talented team as well. Their quarterback, Kane Everson, is a big-time player. He has a lot of running yards, over 500 run yards and 500 pass yards. Cooper, what are you looking for from Everson?
Definitely, he is what everything is going to run through for Central Dauphin East tonight. He is really the leader for this team. He started the first 3 games for this team in the slot, in the wideout position, eventually worked his way to quarterback. So like you said, Brian, he's 33 for 51 passing with 542 passing yards, 80 attempts rushing, 508 total yards, a 6.4 average. He also does a little bit of work in the slot as well. Like we said, 9 receptions for 154 yards. So he can work all over the field, and that is what Central Dauphin East is going to run through tonight. State College has to stop him if they want any chance at closing out this game and getting a win tonight.
Now for State College, their best player arguably is Keaton Ellis, the cornerback. He's going to be out hurt with a right wrist injury for the 3rd straight game tonight. They're 1-1 so far without Keaton Ellis. What do you think they need to do to really replace him on both offense and defense?
It really just comes down to guys stepping up when it matters most. In those high-pressure situations, you have players that are younger that really haven't been in those type of situations before. So it's how they respond, how the senior leaders step up and bring these guys to the level that they should be playing. One thing that stuck out to me last week against Cumberland Valley, State College had 2 interceptions. Friedberg only had 2 coming into that game through 2 against Cumberland Valley, and they did not force a single turnover. So that game, I think, was a tale of turnovers. When you turn over twice and don't force any, it's going to be tough to win games. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make going forward in this game, but I think one point of focus for Coach Linthal would be that turnover area.
Turnover margin looming large as we are moments away from kickoff here at Memorial Field. When we come back, we will have that opening kick on CNET. Welcome back to Memorial Field for State College High School football on Friday Night Lights as the State College Little Lions are taking on the Central Dauphin East Panthers this evening. Central Dauphin on the far side of the field coming in at 5-1, a 2-1 record in conference. State High just 1-1. They lost last week for their first loss of the year for State High, so they're looking to rebound after that loss at Cumberland Valley. This is going to be a very powerful conference overall as State High, after the Central Dauphin East game, is taking on another powerhouse in Harrisburg, so no let up in the schedule for State High. As looks like we're gonna about ready to get underway here. Brian McLaughlin with Cooper Deck this evening. We talked in the pregame a little bit. Coming in for Central Dauphin East, Kane Everson, starting quarterback. He's a very explosive playmaker. What about State High? Who do you see on the offensive side of the ball, Cooper, that could really make some plays?
I mean, Freiberg is always going to be there. Tommy Freiberg, the leader of this, the nucleus of this State High offense. He's a great passer, one of the best passers that I've seen at the high school level, but he can also tuck it and run as well. So I think it's really going to come down to whether this Central Dauphin East team can contain Freiberg both on the ground and in the air. If he gets his stride, he can really do some damage to defenses.
On to kick off for State High, Titus Thompson. We've seen him recover a couple onside kicks this year. Back deep to receive for Central Dauphin East is Stephon Brown. He receives it at the 5-yard line, cutting up the middle of the field, but he's taken down hard there at about the 12-yard line. Short return for Central Dauphin East to get it started.
That was a beautiful play, came out of nowhere like he was fired out of a cannon. That was number 29, and what a beautiful play. Sammy Knipe. Haven't called that name too much this year, but a great way to start the game for the State College team on the special teams. Gives you some momentum early on here in the game.
The freshman with the big hit here is coming in motion is the running back Mike Jones. Everson takes a snap, looking near side, caught by Jones, wrapped up, but he rolls forward. The big powerful back is taken down there by Michael Maniac for State College.
Everson is very composed in the pocket. We were watching him in warm-ups, and he is very, very calm, cool, and collected. Has a beautiful throw right over that left shoulder, a lefty, which you don't see too much at the high school level with quarterbacks, but he's a great passer, can really sling it out there if he needs to. 4
wide receivers set now for the Panthers. Everson once again in the gun. The lefty takes a snap. Option, triple option, throws it out wide. It's broken up. And they rule it incomplete as it was a forwards pass on the play, but read nicely there on the far side. That was Cohen Russell who broke up that pass play.
Pass intended for number 2, Barron McKinney, and it was very close to going backwards behind the line of scrimmage, which would have been a fumble, but the referee, line judge, blew it dead, and luckily for Central Dauphin East, they're going to get a second life here. That was just a few inches away from being 6 for State College.
Everson, Jones behind him. The give is to Jones up the middle into a crowd of Little Lions. He's right at the marker. It looks like they're going to give it to him as another powerful run for Mike Jones, the senior running back, listed at 6'1", 225. He's much bigger than Everson, who's in at quarterback.
Oh, definitely, and he's also a very talented player that can get some yards on the ground. He has had 73 attempts on the ground for 370 yards total. So while State College has kind of a 2 running back system, Central Dauphin East is going to stick with Jones pretty much the entire game.
Using the option of Everson as well to try to throw off the State High team. Untouched on the edge, but Everson rolls out. Now he tries to cut up field into a whole pile of State College defenders, and he will go down for the loss. Michael Maniac, again, in on the blitz. We saw him make the tackle on the first play from scrimmage. That time he came in untouched and had to hurry Everson.
And that was a beautiful call by State College. Bring the pressure on first down to set up a more difficult second down, and it paid off greatly. They sent a lot from the near side of the field and forced Everson to scramble over to the far side and just had to tuck it and run, resulted in a loss of about 2 or 3.
Maniac starting in place of Noah Theis on the outside. Everson running around in the pocket. Now he flips it outside. Jones makes the nice catch along the far sideline. He's still going before he steps out of bounds. It's just short of the first down marker. A nice 10-yard catch and run on 2nd and 11 that time for Jones as we under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 9:58 to be precise. Still tied at 0 as Central Dauphin East tries to keep this drive going on a 3rd and 1.
Jones only has 4 receptions on the year for 26 total yards, gets his 5th one, almost a first down. This is a big play right here, 3rd and short for the Panthers.
3rd and short for the Panthers. We've seen Jones with some big running early. Stayed high. Brings a blitz. The fake to Jones. Everson gets wrapped up in the backfield. No, he lunges for the first down, reaching out with the left hand. It's going to depend on the spot here for the Panthers, whether he got the first down or not. That was Everson's shiftiness a little bit there in the backfield. It looked like State College had him wrapped up.
Definitely. He's not a big guy, so he can make those bigger defenders miss, but a very impressive run, and they're going to probably are going to have to bring the chains out for this one. It's just inches, and I think that would be the best call from the referees right now, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to measure it here. This is big right here. Either a turnover, Central Dauphin East is going to have to punt it, or they get a first down and could continue this drive.
Needed to get the 36, and they will just by a chain length. First down for the Panthers, as they will move the chains now. 1st and 10, 9:42 to go here in this first quarter. That time it was Kane Everson on the run, showing us his versatility as both a runner and a passer with a couple completions as well. Near side now, Jalen Hawthorne and Tyrese Lewis, a wide receiver. Far side, Terrence taking the snap. Rolling outside now is Everson. He crosses the 35 and the 40. Now showing off his speed across midfield and out of bounds. Everson on the big run there. Gain of 15 yards and a first down for the Panthers. They are really moving the chains thanks to Everson's good speed.
That was a very similar blitz package that State College sent on the 2 plays ago, where they were able to drop Everson for a loss. But this time he had the wide part of the field towards the near side. He was able to run, get about a gain of 15 on the play.
Once again in the pistol slot. In the slot receiver spot is Barron McKinney. Everson takes a snap, gives it to Jones up the middle, rumbling forward for a gain of a few yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 3 or 4 for the Panthers. Has a good gain for Jones on first down.
At least one linebacker is being sent every single play for State College. Usually we don't see that too much from them. I mean, they have some pretty complex blitz packages, but they are sending more pressure than they usually do today, probably to disrupt Everson in the backfield and take away the pass as much as they possibly can.
Everson takes the snap, Jones up the middle, and he's wrapped up right at about the 39-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short, about 3rd and 1, I believe, for the Panthers, as that was Jones once again on the carry for Central Dauphin East. 3rd and 1, 8:35 to go here, first quarter.
Looked like Cole Urbis was in on the tackle there, led also with a team, a swarm of State College defenders jumping on top after, and yet another 3rd and short scenario. This time State College has to stop him.
Everson in the gun, near side of the field at receiver, Jalen Hawthorne and Tyrese Lewis. Snap, Everson. Play action, he rolls out now, he needs the 41-yard line, and he won't get it. The tackle is made on the outside. Nice play out there by Paul Olivet, the senior safety and captain. Great play in open space to tackle the explosive Kane Everson.
Beautiful textbook tackling. That is the way you're taught when you first start playing, and Olivet has carried him with that all the way up. There was a lot of room on the outside for Everson to run if Olivet didn't bring him down, but beautiful open field tackling. Give him credit for that one. State College now going to get a chance to get the ball back and put some points on the board.
Sam Ali on to punt, high punt, short where the State College returners are, and it's going to be downed at about the 11-yard line, and State College will take over from there with 7:26 to go. First time we're going to get to see the Little Lions offense on the day after bending but not breaking that. They gave up some yards to the Panthers on the first drive, but no score for the Panthers. So we're still tied at 0. State College will now take the field from, looks like, their own 12-yard line.
Expect the Panthers to make a lot of adjustments on offense with what they saw in that first drive. A lot of blitzes, a lot of pressure coming in from that State College defense, not giving Everson the chance to throw the ball. Only had 1 completion there despite many attempts. He had to tuck it and run. So a lot of adjustments, I think, are going to come on the next drive.
Freiberg took the snap, but we see a flag before the play as we're going to get the call here from referee Jimmy Ravello and his crew. Offsides on Central Dauphin East is the call, so that's going to give State College a 5-yard advance as it's going to be 1st and 5 now from about the 17-yard line.
Just got to attribute that to probably the nerves coming out. You're excited. You want to get on the field. First play of the game for you, but you got to be composed while being excited at the same time. Find a good balance between the two.
2 running back set for State College. The give comes near side. It's Cohen Russell. He's still spinning with the ball before he finally gets knocked out of bounds there. Clock will stop. It looks like Russell lost a few yards on the play there. State College is going to have 2nd and about 7 to go here on this opening drive.
Russell behind Lyons and Edwards is the next running back up on the depth chart. Has had 14 rushes for 73 total yards this season.
See Tristan Lyons in the backfield next to starting quarterback Tommy Freiberg. Freiberg comes in with a .682 completion percentage on the year. 15 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, but as you mentioned, Cooper, 2 of those interceptions came last week. Freiberg, the give, goes up the middle to Tristan Lyons. He has all sorts of space now as he gets up into the secondary before being taken down. Big run on the opening play, on the opening carry for Tristan Lyons as the Little Lions get a 1st down and more.
First big play of the game we've seen from either team. Exploded right up the middle over the back of Kifolo and DeBoof. Right through that hole there, was wide open, and as a result had some room to run. Approaching near midfield now. State College has some momentum going forward.
Another flag on the play. Whistles blow again. But going back to that, Tristan Lyons, we know he is a very solid running back. Rarely fumbles the ball. Likes to really take care of it. Their leading rusher returning from last year. But this year, the emergence of Isaiah Edwards has allowed for some of the pressure to be taken off Lyons. Edwards, a very explosive back. He's averaging 11.4 yards per carry. We're not sure, however, how much we're going to see Edwards this evening, as he is a little banged up with a leg injury of some sort. Not sure exactly what it is, but Tristan Lyons looks like he's going to get the bulk of the carries this evening. Freiberg in the gun. Clock winding down. Play clock at 10. Freiberg, Lyons on his right. Takes a snap, read option. He takes it up the middle. Stiff arm, cannot get around the defender. No gain on 1st down for Tommy Freiberg as he is tripped up on 1st and 10. Now it'll be about 2nd and 10 for the Little Lions.
First run action we've seen from Freiberg all night. Expect to see much more of that as well, especially with Edwards out of the rotation, or at least for now. With Lyons in there, when you get that read option going, it can be very effective because Freiberg can make some defenders miss and run the ball. Also, when you give it off to Lyons, you create that deception, give him some time to make some moves in the open field.
Snap goes to Freiberg. Lyons up the middle, bulldozes forward for a gain of about 2 yards. We're going to have 3rd and long now for State College, 3rd and 8, as it's a probable passing down now for Freiberg and this Little Lions offense.
That was number 34, Mike Jones, in on the tackle, also the running back for this Panther team. So he's going to be playing both sides of the field. Something to take into account, as it will drain on him the stamina effect going forward in this game. Something to watch. It's really tough to play both sides of the ball, especially if you're playing running back. You're getting hit every single play.
Over the top right now is the quarterback playing safety, Kane Everson. Freiberg rolls out, looks to Cohen Russell along the near sidelines. He catches it, steps out of bounds. It'll be enough for a 1st down for the Little Lions. Nice pitch and catch from Tommy Freiberg to Cohen Russell on the out route.
Cohen Russell rushed, first play of the game, had a rush to start off the game. Gets a reception there, has 13 receptions on the year before coming into this game. Had 236 total yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. So a leader of the State College team. If you get him going early, a lot of good things can happen.
With the 1st down, State College goes no huddle offense. Lyons again bursts into the secondary. He crosses the 30, jump, hurdle outside across the 20, the 15, and he gets finally taken down at the 6-yard line. But a big run from the senior running back, Tristan Lyons, his 2nd big play of the night.
What a beautiful run by Lyons. Went right up the middle and split a few defenders, made some men miss. And I'm seeing something different out of Lyons. I don't know about you, but the body language I'm seeing, he's always great. But today, it's something different about him tonight, definitely.
Freiberg gives it to Russell around the edge towards the pylon. to see the signal. Touchdown. Cohen Russell, State College gets on the board first on the end around from the wide receiver. Cohen Russell dives to the pylon and he will score. State College strikes first. They lead 6-0. Extra point is pending.
There was some concern surrounding Edwards being out, or at least not having a biggest role as he usually does, but Russell and Lyons step up, and that's what you need, what we talked about before the game. They step up. State College now up 6-0.
Cam Renfro's extra point is good through the upright. State College with that will now lead 7-0 as they go right down the field on the back of Tristan Lyons, but a clutch 3rd down and 8 completion from Tommy Freiberg to Cohen Russell, but the big runs from Lyons really set the tone on that drive right down the middle of that defense for Central Dauphin East.
And the other thing I think is the physicality. State College is blowing Central Dauphin East off the ball, both on the offensive and defensive sides, bringing their linebackers in, making the linemen, the defensive linemen block more than just one guy, the guy lined up across from them. And on offense, they were just making gaping holes in the line, allowing Lyons to get into the open field where he does best. He makes people miss, is very shifty and agile. So the physicality has to be matched by Central Dauphin East if they want to stay in this game. State College now has an early lead, 7-0, with 4:50 left to go in the first quarter.
We knew coming into this game, Central Dauphin East has a very prominent pass rush, led mostly by their defensive end, Edward Rivers. He comes in the game with 6 sacks. That is the team lead, and he's an overall great defensive end, a great edge rusher. But we saw on the throws that Freiberg made, he was rolling out of the pocket. State College really doesn't want to keep him in the pocket, get him moving outside the tackles to really negate that pressure from Edward Rivers, among others. Coming on to kick now, looks like it's going to be Cam Renfro instead of Titus Thompson this time for the Little Lions.
And don't fall asleep here if you are Central Dauphin East. State College likes to, after a score, when you're kind of down, to do that pooch kick in either the far or near corner and get their defenders down, hit somebody and hopefully recover the ball, or try an onside kick. So you can't fall asleep here if you're Central Dauphin. If you do, State College is going to make you pay.
Back deep to receive for the Panthers is Stephon Brown. Brown, the starting cornerback, is an explosive kick returner as well. Great shiftiness and speed. Renfro will send it deep, a low line drive kick that Brown will let fall and bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And this drive will start at the 20-yard line for the Panthers. Last time we really saw Everson rolling out of the pocket, trying to use his legs as well as runs up the middle from running back Mike Jones. Cooper, what do you think the Panthers need to do different to really sustain a full drive this time and drive down the field to get even with the Little Lions?
I think it comes down to the play of the offensive line. With a lot of pressure coming, you got to make the adjustment and stay on your assignments and adjust if need be. They got completely outmatched in the last drive, and luckily Everson was able to bail them out of that and rush after the pressure came.
New running back, 2 running backs set as the give goes to Jones. He rolls forward through a couple defenders, a 6-yard gain on first down as we're at 4:39 to go here in this first quarter. State College does lead 7-0. Jones with another good run on first down.
And lined up next to him was James Banks Jr., so a 2-back set. We didn't see that at all in the opening drive, possibly an adjustment made by the Panthers to kind of give the State College Little Lions a different look.
There's the 2 running backs set again, in motion. Tyrese Lewis, now he comes back towards the near side. Everson, give goes up the middle to Patterson, and he gets wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. Gain of a few yards there. It's going to be 3rd and short now for the Panthers.
Kamari Patterson, first action we've seen from him. So Patterson, along with Banks and Jones, all in the backfield, all action early on in this game. And I really like the approach. You're giving State College a different look, and that makes them account for more people when they do blitz. So when they're really putting pressure on the quarterback, they have to account for the running backs going out into the slot, and that spreads the defense out more. It makes them work a little bit more than they have to.
3rd and 1. Everson barking out the hard count. Give goes up the middle to Jones, and he rumbles forward. Another strong run right up the middle to Mike Jones. He does not have great breakaway speed, but he is very content getting 5 yards each time he touches the ball.
Definitely, and with a 6'1", 225-pound frame, he's going to be your go-to third and fourth down guy, especially in short yardage situations. He can run over a few guys. He's not really going to blow you away with speed, but he definitely is a physical running back.
Everson, give goes to Patterson this time up the middle, makes a tackle miss, and now he falls forward for a gain of about 9 on first down. We're going to have 2nd and 1 here for the Panthers as we are under 3 minutes to go now. First quarter, State College leads 7-0.
Patterson with his second run of the day got hit right at the line of scrimmage and battled forward about 8 or 9 yards. So 2nd and short now. Panthers moving the ball a lot better than they did in that opening drive.
Give goes to Jones once again through a pile of bodies and works his way forward through the State College defense. Gain of about 5 to the 49-yard line, almost a half field. It's a first down there for the Panthers.
And Central Dauphin East really just having the same exact play progression every time they get a first down. They give a run to either Patterson or Banks and follow it up with a run to Jones to get that first down. We'll see if they keep doing that. They are having success, so why stop it?
Play action, Everson right outside by Ian Barr. Flag lies on the play as Everson dives forward for a gain of about 3 on first down, but we will check the flag. Holding against the offense, so that play will be coming back as it's going to be 1st and long now for Central Dauphin after Everson took that one on the quarterback. Reed picked up a couple, but it's coming back as we're going to have a 1st and about 13 now.
And give credit to Everson. He's been in the backfield many times in the pocket where he looks like he's going to go down, and then he's amidst a swarm of State College defenders and somehow comes out of it and gets back to the line of scrimmage. So he's really, like I said earlier, bailed out this Central Dauphin East line and made something out of nothing many times this game.
It's going to be 1st and 21 actually after the penalty on the spot on the play. Ball goes to Jones and he shrugs off a tackler and fights his way forward for a gain of about 7 on first down. Jones does not go down easily, as in on that tackle looked like Tyson Brennan, the middle linebacker for State College.
And Jones hasn't went down on initial contact yet, I think, and that is very impressive, a very strong body, so you're going to have to gang tackle him. One guy hits him, and then you're going to have 3 more guys on top of him. Otherwise, he's going to run through defenders like we just saw on that last play.
Here is the 4 wide receiver set we so often on the first drive. Everson sitting in the pocket all kinds of time. Now he's flushed. He rolls outside, turns the corner around one defender, room to run, and he will fall forward. First down. Kane Everson really showing off the speed as he is able to turn the corner on the State College defense and pick up a first down from a 2nd and long to a 1st and 10 all of a sudden for the Panthers.
Let me tell you, man, this Everson kid is fun to watch. I literally laughed a little bit at that last play. He just, like I said, makes something out of nothing. When it looks like he's going to get a loss of 10, he somehow picks up a first down, and you love to have a playmaker like that on your team. He is single-handedly moving this Central Dauphin East team down the field.
Minute 13 to go. Everson takes a snap. Give goes to Jones, but he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. I think Jackson Heasley was in on that one. One of State College's leading tacklers around the outside. Also Cole Urbis around the edge for the Little Lions.
A very good defensive front for State College. Heasley, Betts, Thompson, and Urbis all up in that front 4. Very physical. Heasley is a captain. He is one of the leaders of this team. He's really established himself here in today's game on that tackle for a loss, and Central Dauphin now is 2nd down.
Brandon Clark comes in. He will blitz. Everson in the pocket, looking deep downfield into a bunch of defenders, but it's overthrown in the direction that time of Terrence Danner, his favorite target on the outside, but just overthrown that time from Emerson. 3rd and 10 for the Panthers.
I'm surprised we haven't mentioned Danner earlier on, because he is the main target for Everson or any other quarterback in those first 3 games where Everson was not throwing the ball. 17 receptions for 298 yards, so that's a pretty big statistic there. State College has to account for him. Outside of that, there are a few other guys that you'll see targeted, but Danner really the main target for Everson.
3 wide receivers now come near side. Jones behind Everson. low snap. Everson is able to pick it out of the dirt. Blitz, he steps up now in the pocket, tucks it, looking to run again. Picks up a big block around the edge, and he steps out of bounds. Not sure how many yards he got there, but doesn't look like it's enough for the first down. We're going to see 4th and long for the Panthers here as time is winding. 20 seconds left here in this first quarter.
And there was a big hit from number 3, Jalen Hawthorne, who also plays quarterback, who will switch out with Everson, but he's in the slot right now. He almost lit somebody up. Thank God the State College player saw that coming, was able to brace himself. But nonetheless, now State College, with their second stop in a row now, they have the chance to get the ball back and go up by 2 scores.
High snap. Brandon Clark almost gets it. A flag will fly. Fair catch down on the other end. Brandon Clark looked like he had an attempt at a block, but instead it's going to be a roughing the kicker penalty against Brandon Clark. Drawing that penalty will be Hassam Ali on his second punt of the day. Flag was thrown by referee Jimmy Ravello in the backfield.
And that's a tough break for State College. You got to know better. Of course, you get excited when you see that you're so close to that punter, hopefully to get a block punt. But now a completely different outlook for Central Dauphin East. They get the ball back, automatic first down, 1st and 10. They're going to move the chains with 13 seconds left to go, and they are approaching the red zone now, whereas State College would have had the ball and had a chance to score.
Second life on this drive for Kane Everson and company. Everson, 2 running backs in the backfield, flanked by Jones and Patterson. The give is to Jones, off the right tackle. Flag flies again on the plays. Jones is pushed out of bounds on a short run as they really strung that one out along the edge. He only picked up 2, but we'll check the flag.
Jones disappeared amidst all the State College players, at least from our point of view. A short gain on the play, if any, not too much for Central Dauphin East. They get that second life. It's huge now that they convert and capitalize on that. It's really not worth anything if you don't punch it in right now.
Flag is going to be against Central Dauphin East. Another hold. That's their second hold of the drive. They were bailed out by penalties as well. So we have 8 seconds left to go here. Clock is winding. We'll see if Everson sees it. 4. Everson gets the snap with 1 second off. Last play of the quarter. He's looking deep. No, he slings it short. It's dropped on the far side. That was Jalen Hawthorne on the intended throw from Everson as clock winds down and out here in the first quarter. But we do have a score as State College on their only drive of the quarter went all the way down the field on the back of Tristan Lyon, and that's where it will be taken over by